There's been a rumour going around that both Jodie Whittaker, who plays the 12th Doctor, and current showrunner Chris Chibnall have quit Doctor Who, but apparently insiders have said that that rumour is nonsense, and I suspect that it is. But I also don't think that the Chibnall era will last beyond this upcoming 12th series. The truth is, fans want to see their beloved franchise return to its former glory. Well, what better way than to bring back a former Doctor from the most popular and iconic New Who era, David Tennant. This is from Digital Spy. David Tennant confirms he'd be on board with Doctor Who Return, though nothing is confirmed yet, and he did say, but it won't be for me to decide. It's interesting to speculate as to how this might happen. Tennant has of course returned once already since he left the role in 2010. He returned as the 10th Doctor in the 50th anniversary special The Day of the Doctor, which saw the character meet his future self, the 11th Doctor played by Matt Smith. In addition, according to an article over on Radio Times, John Barrowman, who played Captain Jack Harkness, said he'd been speaking to former Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies about the possibility of a Torchwood or Doctor Who reunion movie starring himself, David Tennant, and Billie Piper. He said, "I can't remember what ceremony it was," he told RadioTimes.com, "but I was speaking to Davies. He'd picked up an award for A Very English Scandal, and we said, wouldn't it be great if we could do a Torchwood or Doctor Who movie with Captain Jack, David Tennant, and Billie Piper." Barrowman added, "If I can boast, we all call each other the Golden Age. The three of us made such an impact that people still talk about us to this day, which is great." Though this may just be wishful thinking, could such a project come to pass? If the BBC were smart, or perhaps just desperate to return the show to its former glory, perhaps they could seize the opportunity to develop a reunion movie or even a series with Tennant and Piper on the show once again. So, hypothetically, how could this happen? There's a few different ways, of course. This being science fiction, there's an unlimited number of possibilities, but in today's video, I'll look at the most likely and obvious ways that David Tennant could be restored as the most famous Time Lord. All of that is coming up after this. Time now for a word from our sponsor for this video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an amazing online learning community for creators, artists, and designers across a wide range of industries and professions. You'll find more than 25,000 classes in things like business, photography, illustration, graphic design, film and video, web development, animation, and more. I'm particularly interested in video editing as it's a huge part of my work, and my background is in documentary filmmaking, and there's a host of helpful video resources in areas like videography and video editing techniques, and I found one such helpful course by graphic designer and video editor Nikki Stevens, and it was on creative video storytelling and editing, making the most of stock footage. And you can get unlimited access with a premium membership to find the courses and communities that are right for you. Skillshare is ideal for those who are looking to learn, grow, and further their careers, and there's a community of 7 million creators who you can network with and receive helpful feedback on your projects from. Skillshare is giving away a free 2-month unlimited access trial to my subscribers who click the link in the description box below, and after that, it's only $10 a month. So check out my link below, sign up to Skillshare, and start learning and creating today. When you think of New Who at its best, you probably think of the first 5 seasons, Eccleston's one and only series in 2005, followed by 4 years of David Tennant, through to Matt Smith's epic debut series in 2010. After that, New Who gradually began to decline in writing quality, though there were certainly plenty of high points through series 6 and 7, but despite a few exceptional episodes, I think the Capaldi era will be remembered as a low point for New Who, and the Whittaker era is managing to scrape the bottom of the barrel in terms of quality stories. I should point out that I'm really not in favour of the hypothetical idea of having to bring back a former Doctor, because I think it would be little more than a ratings grabber. I don't think any series or franchise should focus too much on its past, like Star Trek and Star Wars have done recently. A series should move forward and develop new ideas and new characters. Nevertheless, if Tennant's Doctor is brought back, it could be through some kind of degeneration, if you will. As established in The Day of the Doctor, where we saw Tom Baker play a future version of the Doctor and he met with Matt Smith's Doctor, it's possible for the Doctor to return to a previous form. So, could Jodie Whittaker's Doctor degenerate back to Tennant's version? Possibly. But I think the more likely means of Tennant returning would be based on the events of the Series 4 finale, Journey's End. In that episode, a human duplicate of the 10th Doctor was created, and he would go on to be reunited with Rose Tyler in the parallel universe that she would return to. And there's even a deleted scene from that episode in which the real Doctor gives his Meta-Crisis counterpart a chunk of the TARDIS from which he can grow his own, so that the Doctor and Rose can once again have their own adventures in the TARDIS together, just as it should be. In addition, as this Doctor is human, it would also explain why he would have aged over the past few years. I personally would be interested in finding out what happened to this human Doctor and Rose Tyler in this parallel universe. Their journeys through space and time may be very exciting indeed, or certainly more interesting than the current Doctor Who adventures that we're getting. As it stands, David Tennant has said that he would return for the 60th anniversary special of Doctor Who, but that won't be until 2023. So what are your thoughts? Would you like to see a return of David Tennant and Billie Piper to their iconic roles as the Doctor and Rose? Or do you think that ship has sailed and it's time to move forward? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.